Naisha tarkena matirapaneya. You can use the logic, but don't depend upon the logic. Logic facilitates the understanding. Logic doesn't produce the understanding. Why is it so? Tarkikaha, Sangara writes, I have no time because if I get into that, I will not be freelancing. That's why I don't feel like comfortable with these, because line you have to go step by step. You'll read all that later on, but you can read it out and keep in your mind. Tarkikaha anagamagyaha na agamagyaha. One who does agamam na janati, who doesn't know these Vedas, Upanishads, swabuddhi parikalpitam itkanchiteva kathayati. Tarkika, the fellow who is simple logic and simply trying to establish something, swakalpitameva, not knowing the Upanishads, not knowing the Vedas, not knowing the traditions, not knowing himself. Swakalpitam yathakinchideva kathayati, yatkinchideva kathayati, whatever he feels like he says. That is why you shall see when the people talk these things, very esoteric, very mysterious, ask them, what is the source? My personal enlightenment. What do you do? That is why there is no second madman following him. Because one fellow can be mad. You can't imitate madness, can you? Just think of it. Read that. So, prokta anyane. Anyaneva prokta. Anyaneva means the person who is different. Ananya proktega atiratra nasti. If ananya, the person who is not separated from the truth, if he speaks, you cannot escape understanding the truth. Anyaneva prokta, the person who is separated from the truth, if he speaks with whatever logic he may employ, nasu jnanaya, he prestha, O dearest one, Nachiketas, that person will never be able to convey the truth, because he doesn't know. Yam tvamapa satya dhrutirvatasi. Such a person cannot teach you, person like you. Satya dhrutirvatasi. You hold on to the truth like nobody else. Satya dhrutirvatasi. Dhrutivan, Satyavan. You hold on to the truth. You want nothing other than the truth. I gave you so many things. You don't want sensation, you want happiness. You don't want extension of mortality, you want immortality. He Nachiketas, you are the dearest one. Prestha. Prestha means Priyatama. You are such a darling, darlingest, dearest. You are nobody like you. Twadrugno bhuyo Nachiketa prashta. He Nachiketas, Twadrugno naha for us, Twadrug prashta bhuyan. May there be many seekers, many questioners, many students interested in this truth. Let their tribe increase. Meaning, such people only will know the truth. For them, if the student is ready, the teacher can reveal it easily. Of course, the teacher is greater responsibility, but the student also must be prepared. Listen carefully. If the student is prepared, the teacher is ready, teacher knows, communication just like that. Okay. If the teacher is not ready, student is not ready, blind leading the blind, death. Okay. If the teacher is ready, student is not ready, the student can be made ready and the teacher can communicate. The student is ready and the teacher is not. God bless. Students are sincere. The teacher is a total goof. This is where the cult. The students are very sincere. They are asking sincere questions. The teacher is sincerely insincere. While teaching you Tattvabodha, I gave you that example. Remember the milkman. If the pot is bad, the milkman gives the milk. If the pot is bad, in one house the milk will be spoiled. Other houses it will be okay. If the milk is bad, doesn't matter good pot, bad pot, everything is finished. If the student is not ready, bad pot, it can be made ready, truth can be communicated. If the teacher is false, every student is finished. Good, bad, indifferent, you don't know what to do. And today's generation, this is what you see, mostly. Because everybody assumes the role of a teacher. It's easier to be a teacher than to be a student. That is why don't be a teacher unless you are a student first. First study, see it for yourself. Because the role of a teacher is very alluring, very, very attractive. Why? Because you don't have to leave what you teach. That is, once you assume the role of a teacher, you stop learning. You have to be extremely careful. That's why teacher is not a role, it must be spontaneous. It must be a spontaneous overflow. Understand? Teaching is an overflow. Take that statement, think over it. Teaching is an overflow. What is the difference between overflow and a flow? Flow is you pick up 10 information, give 10 information. That is flow. Overflow is a perennial source, all the time flowing, ever inexhaustible. Are you getting that? You take 10 points, speak 10 points. Other flow. If you can convey it correctly also, it's a blessing. But sometimes you cannot, because some situations will come where you cannot. Dry job. That is, after 2 days you don't know what to talk. After 1 day you don't know whatever. There is one person I knew he had got by heart 5 lectures. Wherever he goes, he gives 5 lectures. You go little this way, that way, the fellow is out. Like that Jain Buddhist student. It's a nice Jain story. 2 teachers were there in a town. Teacher A, teacher B. The students, let us say, student A1, teacher, another student B1. So A1, B, B1. So A1, A is wise, B is otherwise. So A1 also was wise, the B1 also was otherwise. But the job of the student is to go to market and bring things and cook food and give it to teacher and himself also eat. So the A1 goes, B1 also goes. So B1 goes one day, as they are going, B1 saw A1 coming. Hey, where are you going? Because the A1 is a smart fellow. So he says, wherever the wind blows. Because he is so smart, his mind is absolutely open. Where are you going? Wherever the breeze blows. This fellow didn't understand. Wherever the breeze blows. So he goes back to his teacher, comes back from the market and goes to the teacher and says, I asked that fellow, where is he going? And the A1 says, wherever the breeze blows. He said, you could have cut him short, you should have asked him, if the breeze does not blow. That's right. So whole day he started repeating, the breeze doesn't blow, the breeze doesn't blow, the breeze doesn't blow. So next morning, 5 minutes earlier, he has gone to meet the A1. Oh, where are you going? Wherever my feet lead me. So his answer is, if the breeze does not blow. But the fellow has already changed the answer. He says, wherever the feet lead me. Then again he goes back to the teacher and he says, this is flow. Again he goes to the teacher. The fellow, I asked him, where is he going? And he says, wherever the feet lead me. You could have told me, suppose you have no feet. That's right. That's right. That's right. So if you have no feet, if you have no feet, flow. If you have no feet, you have no feet. Again right answer he has with him. The next day he asked the person, so where are you going? Market. His answers are useless. So teaching is like that, cheating. The teaching which is cheating is like this, flow. Pick up, tap. One exciting point. Everybody says, where from you got it? Borrowed idea. Never his. And some people are continuously borrowed idea. This is the only book. Continuously borrowed idea. There is no other book except this book. There is no other man except this man. Totally borrowed. You understand? Fundamentally destroyed. This is the book. This is the man. This is the practice. Oh God. Flow stops. That is a once in a while you have to pick up the book. Oh,